I told y'all that I had to get up early to do my treatments. It's true because when I don't get up early later on in the day, I don't want to do my treatments. And if you're coming over and it's your first time hearing how my voice sounds early in the morning, it is because I have allergies. And what happens at nighttime is the postnasal drip, it settles in my ears, my nose, and my throat. So that when I wake up in the morning, this is how I sound until I take my medicine. Oh, once I take my medicine, my voice it won't sound like this. I believe you me, I do not smoke cigarettes or any tobacco. This is how I sound every morning when I wake up. So I'm used to hearing my voice sounds like this. Just that right now my ear is clogged, unfortunately, very badly. And so I know that I'm not going to do too much today. My ear is, I'm working on my ear. So believe me when I tell you I ain't doing too much. That's one of the reasons why yesterday, with me, I didn't know, to be actually honest, that my ear was in the shape that it was in until the doctor told me. So I'm not going to do too much today as far as like going out and stuff. Because when I tell you it's clogged really badly. It's clogged badly. That's all I'm going to say about it. But it's not to the point. It's to the point where sometimes you can blow your nose and then you can clear it out. That's not what's going on. So what actually happens when I try to blow it, it is not getting clear. So that's one of the reasons why the stuff I will do today, one or two things, is just going to be things that I need to do. Um, I don't know about church tomorrow because I had a church that I visit. That's really, really far. I'm talking about out far, 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 like 2 or 3 buses far. Um, maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours away far. Anyway, it's not close. I looked on the thing to see how many miles. Was it 10 or 15 miles? It was far, far. And I don't know, because like I said, my ear is clogged. And I think I should have known that something was wrong because when I was eating my food the other day, how I thought the food started tasting funny. It wasn't that the food was funny at all. It was that postnasal drip has settled in my ENT, ear, nose, and throat. And so it's affecting my taste buds. So even though I'm working on it, getting it better, how I know it's still, like yesterday I had chicken and squash. I ate some, uh, I ate some of the squash. I wasn't able to eat all of the squash. I would have, listen, I like squash. Yellow, and I had cooked yellow and green. I love squash. I couldn't eat it all. The chicken, I wasn't trying to eat it all. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't trying to eat all the chicken. But I definitely would have eaten the squash. So, yeah. So, I don't know if today I'm gonna try to do soup. I'll probably just eat what's down there. It's gonna take my ear a while to get together. So I was drinking coconut water yesterday. I'm really trying to watch my sugar intake, as I was telling Lady Nika on her live yesterday. Um, because I heard her say that she likes Coke. And Lady Nika, if you're up and I know how you love doing late night in the den, Lady Nika, this is for you. Listen, I ain't sitting here telling you that there's not something that I like, because I love chips. And my doctors know I like chips. Listen, I ain't never lied to my doctors about the fact that I like chips. The reason why is because they're always able to tell when I get on the scale. See, they know that I don't eat 15 plates of food. And how they got to know that is because once I started eating salad and it started reflecting on the scale, then they started to know. that it's something else that's affecting my weight. I had to tell them it's potato. It's any kind of chips. It's not just if I go in the chip aisle right now at Whole Foods, Wegmans, Giant. It doesn't matter. It could have been. I like kale chips too. I mean, I could make kale chips from home if I had a dehydrator, but anything that has salt on it, anything that's salty, sour, bitter. I like pickles. I like olives. I like capers. Anything that's along that salty, sour, bitter line, I'll eat. To actually go into a store and buy cakes, that didn't really start for me until about maybe 3 years ago. Like my birthday cake last year, I watched how I went when I turned maybe around 49, 50, somewhere around there. How I started with sweets. I noticed a change. So I'm definitely trying to change that because that's not been my trajectory. Like when it's given to me, I'll eat it. I'm not gonna lie. When it's on my plate, I will eat it. But sometimes I'll buy it. Like the ice cream truck comes around here every single day. And every single day I walk past it. Now, I ain't telling y'all that I don't like ice cream. I do. But I don't really care for it off of Mr. Softy. Now, if I was to go into a place like Cold Stone Creamery and they're going to make it fresh, I'll buy that. But Mr. Softy to me is not real ice cream. It's something. I don't know what something is. But to me, that's not real ice cream. Like my grandmother, both of them, used to make ice cream. So to have it off of a truck, it's just, it ain't the same. So even the ice cream that comes in them containers that they sell at the store, I'm not too hyped about that. Now, something that's, first of all, I'm not telling anybody else to do this. I turn those containers around and I look at them and when I start reading what's in them, I put them right back down. I put them right back down. Ice cream is to me supposed to be rock salt. If I'm not mistaken, some type of milk. I think heavy whipping cream and sugar. I don't remember my grandmother putting that much more in it. So when I go to the store and it has a lot more in it, that's why if I was to eat it, get on that scale, it's gonna reflect it. So I don't see what I've found out in my weight loss journey is the more ingredients something has, the more it's not good for you. The more ingredients something has, it's not good for you. If it's ice cream and it has too many things in it, then it's not good for you. If it's Jiffy cornbread mix and it has a lot of, it's not good for you. And sometimes people who are not on this journey, they don't really, I listened to what Lady Nika had to say yesterday. And the reason why I was trying to offer her some solid advice, not no somebody told me advice. When you struggle with obesity for as long as I have learned something. Like the doctor told me the other day, you have learned something. The scale is going down. You've learned something. You didn't struggle with it this long to be going up and down and down and up and you've learned something. Whether you use what you've learned or not is your choice. But you've come to the full knowledge of knowing that juice in a bottle is not the same as you going to the store and you making it. Already know that making apple, beets, and carrots yourself is not the same as you buying it in the store. We know that. I mean, I know that. I know somebody right here in Philadelphia that has a juice business. Somebody actually gave her a commercial blender to upgrade her juice business. Now, she's in unless she moved. She went to grad since she in North Philly. She's on Facebook now. she's bulldog. She's bulldog. She's a bulldog, and when they have their thing over there, I've seen her, and she's a former cheerleader. Let me put out really out there in case somebody want to go support her. And she's a former cheerleader after me, cause I was a cheerleader in the '90s, and I think she was behind me in 2006. So she was way after me. But cause my one of my sons, both my sons graduated from grads, not one, both. So they're both bulldogs just like I am. They just probably don't want to go to the reunions because, young folks don't like doing stuff like that. But I'm only telling you about juice and things like that because on a weight loss journey, some things that get taken for granted is always, if I don't eat this, if I don't eat that, that's not true. Moderation is the key. I mean, I opened up a bag of chips yesterday, and my favorite of chips out of all the chips is salt and vinegar. I had to not eat that whole bag of chips because I had a tuna fish sandwich and some salt and vinegar chips. And I had, listen, to really control myself, I had to eat it downstairs. Because if I would have ate it upstairs in my bedroom, those bag of chips would have been gone. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that I don't eat in my bedroom. I do. And I did when I was at my mom's house. But what I found out is if I will do something downstairs, I'll be more disciplined because I don't want to carry my dishes back downstairs. Just like when I lived at my mom's house, I would just sit on her couch. Huh? I mean, I could have eaten in my bedroom. I probably was the only person in the house. Everybody always was looking at me, all strange and stuff, acting like the living room was encased in glass. My mom, she act when she did it one day, cause she saw me do it. Mom, I'm not down to you right now. I'm just talking about me eating. She actually took her plate and went back in the kitchen. I mean, she saw me doing it. She actually was like, I mean, it's a discipline thing with me. Um, I track my timeline of me being overweight, and the reason why I did it for my doctors. Number one, because when you're obese, it's in your charts how much you weigh. You know, I started my journey actually at 306 pounds back in 2013, somewhere around there, 2012. I am now down to 191. Now, I've been all up and down the scale in between that time. I've been 245, 275, but this is the most consistent that I've been over the last 2 years because I was on a GL1, I was on a medication. I started off on Wegovy, and then I switched over to Zepbound. Now, Zepbound was good. It was great. Um, I want to try to get back on Zepbound, even if I have to pay for it myself. I want to try to get back on Zepbound. And I really do. I want to, because the weight I am now, I'm really not happy with, which is 191. I really would like to drop down to about 160. 160. And my sons are like, when they came to see me, they was like, I don't know, Mom. You look good right now. Right, I'm swole right now. So we can't really tell right now. I mean, my clothing size right now at 191 is the extra large or a large. I tried on a large pair of pants yesterday, and they fit. So it's going to be interesting to see as the scale goes down, what's my clothing size going to be. Right now, the reason why I'm awake is because I'm up here taking a treatment. And, yeah, I'm up here taking a treatment. And I have to really see, am I going to, yeah. I have to see what the weather's going to be today. Let me tell y'all. I was with some Jamaicans, some Haitians, the Caribbean. Let me just say it there because I don't want to leave nobody out. So I was at this international festival, right? Maybe about a month or so ago. So they had all this Caribbean food. Now I have already told y'all that my daughter-in-law is Haitian, and Haitians eat black rice. Listen, I already told y'all that when they do their holidays and things, right? I've been around them to see how the differences between Haitians and Jamaicans. Okay, so I eat black rice, yes I do, and I forget they have some really good food. So when I went to this when I went to this festival, I was sitting there um at this festival, and they make this I'm trying to remember the name of this punch. The punch has sorrel. Now, sorrel and hibiscus are the same thing. And so the sorrel had ginger in it. It was fresh. Listen, I know I got some soda drinkers that's probably in here. I don't know who made that punch, but what I can tell you was nothing in the store could top that. And they made a very large container of it. Now this was outside. It wasn't inside. This festival was inside. I mean outside. It wasn't inside. Sometimes when I go to these are inside, right? Now today, I don't I don't think that I'm going to. I had to see how I feel. The reason why I said that is because I did a lot of walking on Thursday, and I did a lot of walking on Friday. And I really don't feel like doing too much walking today or tomorrow, for real. I mean, walking to the bus stop, I don't feel like doing any of that today. I don't. However, um, yesterday I was somewhere and somebody asked me that I have anything that could fit them. Now, here's the whole thing, right? I am never in objection to sharing what I have. I'm not. But I'm always in objection to sharing what I have when you don't take care of. That's why my church clothes, baby, they could have been old as dirt. I ain't giving away my church clothes, hats. No, I'm not. Cause I spent some money on my church clothes. One of my outfits cost like $300. That black outfit with that black hat and that three-piece suit, I know that I'm not giving that away. I'll take it to the cleaners and let them alter it, but I ain't giving that away because of the fact that it cost that was like 280, it was even 260, I'm not giving that away because somebody is not going to take care of that the way that I did. So, and I have a picture of me, and like, listen, like, people really think I like that pink outfit. Pink outfit is okay. I like my black. Listen, I got to get back with my black because at one time I had about 10 black dresses in my outfit. When I in my wardrobe, when I tell you that black is my favorite color, it is. I will consistently wear black. I mean, it doesn't hurt that my compression is black, but I like anything black that I put on. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, the queen before you. I like lemons too. Like I have lemons in my water right now over there. I like lemons. I like lemons, and I still forgot yesterday. I'm gonna have to write it down. Like, listen, I when I have to go out places like, and it takes me 2 hours to get there or an hour and a half. Listen, I did get lost yesterday. I cannot lie about that. But and listen, the freshest air. Now I know that the country air is fresh because my mama, my daddy, and both my grandparents and great grandparents are all from South Carolina, and I know that the air is fresh down there. I know that the country freshness of air is different than the city. It is. And see, I can say that because my great grandmother's house, when I was a little girl, it didn't have anybody's house right next to it. Like these city folks up here, they live in what's called row homes. My great grandmother didn't live in no row home. She had a country house in South Carolina. So wasn't nobody house right next to hers. So you can come outside and sit down. Like I think that's one of the reasons why sitting on the porch out here is it doesn't really phase me, cause when you tell somebody down south about up here sitting on the porch, they kind of look at you strange about the porch, cause they're used of going on their porch and ain't nobody right next to them, and that's why when I want to go on the porch, I go in the backyard by myself. Why? Cause I'm trying to tell y'all, when you are down south, you can go on your front porch or your back porch. And ain't nobody with you unless you want them to be. Because don't nobody live next to you unless you live in a row house. Now, most of my family members down south do not live in no row houses. My family that lives in Texas, my family that lives in, yes, I have family in San Antonio. I have quite a few family members that live in Texas, okay? I have quite a few family members that live in Georgia. I have family in South Carolina. I have family in Florida. I have family in North Carolina. I have family all down in them southern states down there. So I don't think none of my family live in no real home. So when they come up here, they be quite uncomfortable with how the housing setup is. Now I ain't, cause when I come to my house, I close the door. So when I go back outside, I see my neighbors. I don't sit on the porch with my neighbors. When I want to sit outside, we got a backyard like my mama did, and our backyard over here is bigger than hers. Now her house is bigger than ours because her house has 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, but that's okay. The backyard is big enough for me to sit out there by myself if I want to. Like, I like the solidarity of being alone for real. I do. I told y'all that's why I was downstairs cooking in my kitchen yesterday and eating. At the same time I was cooking, eating, cooking, washing dishes all at the same time. So today I will not have any coffee. Now listen, I like to drink coffee every day. The problem with coffee is creamer for me because I don't always drink a creamer that's not non-dairy. I like coconut cream, caramel, macchiato. Any type, probably pumpkin spice. So I have I have cream down there in my refrigerator right now. I don't have no coffee maker, but um, being on a weight loss journey is not about cutting things out. It's about moderation. So if I used to drink 32 ounces of coffee, then my coffee size must decrease to 20 at least. I'm not going past 20. I'm not going down to 12 or 6 for real. I had coffee yesterday. This man was selling this coffee, and he ain't had no sleeves to put on the coffee thing. And then when I told him, he gave me napkins. And I outright said to him right there at his stand, invest in your business. See, listen, when I say something, I ain't even said to be smart. I ain't trying to fill that like when you go on Wawa got the sleeves and you just slide them up right over the coffee. So, this man had cups. Now listen, first of all, his cups was thin and you could feel just about how hot that coffee was. I mean, within reason. But he was like, "Here, take the, take the napkins." I was looking at him like, "Sir, just invest in some seeds. It's your business. Invest in it. I'm sure you making a lot of money out here every day. Charge $2 for a large cup of coffee, okay? You know that's cheap. $2.50 for a large cup of coffee is real cheap. I don't know how much it is at Wawa. I don't know, but I I like iced coffee, any type of. And see, here in Philly, we like coffee so much, baby. We got stores that just sell coffee. I mean, we do have Wawa, we do have Starbucks, and we have other couple spots, but we got a store that's over there. I walk past the store over there in Center City, and they just sell coffee, just coffee. So when I tell you here in Philly that we really like coffee, we do. And I'm talking about outside of Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. We have stores here that just focus on coffee. Sometimes I like to make it at home because I like uh, to be able to control how strong it is. And what I know from working in a restaurant is sometimes theirs is not that strong. So I'll try different blends of coffee. Mm. So right now I was trying to find a good esthetician to get my nails. I want to get my nails done over. But I don't, listen, I don't do nail appointments anymore. No, I don't. I don't do, I used to. I don't do those anymore. Because what I found is I used to have a place that I used to go to get my nails done here. And they had about 50, they had a lot of chairs in their, what you call it. And so how they would do is they always do your feet first. They always do your feet first. So they actually did good on my toes and good on. I used to didn't get my nails done. Now, listen, my own nails used to be as long as the tips that people get. So I'm gonna tell this story about what happened to my nails. I had to have my knees replaced back in 2023. And not only did I have to take the nail polish off, my doctor wanted me to cut my nails down. All right. So, because when I say they were long like the tips long. Okay. Because I was getting the dip powder on. Now, I have not really started back growing them back again because I want to make sure that I don't have to go under no more anesthesia before I start that process again. So when I go to get them done over, I'm not going to get them cut down because they've grown. They've grown nicely. So yeah, I'm not gonna get them cut down. See, I get the dip powder on top of my own nails. I do not do tips because tips smother your natural nails, and when you take them off, they be soft, and they will usually break. So when they will take this dip powder, that's what's on top of mine right now, off of my nails won't be soft. And see, this has not popped off. Now, they've grown out extensively. They've grown out. They need to be done over. I've not really had the chance to do that. My toes, you can't really tell if you get unless you get up close. But my hands, you can. I'm gonna go back and get them both of them done. Yeah. Very selective as to who do my my nails and feet. I do not use, with all the nail salons we have in Philadelphia, I usually do not let anybody in Philadelphia do my nails. The reason for that is, but this last time I did, and they did extremely well. They did extremely well. No, they did well if I got them done in June and they still on there. But in the summertime, I like to get my toes done. I keep up with my toes all year long so that when the summer come, I don't have no corns, no calluses, keep my feet soft. There's a special lotion that I use. They sell it in the store to keep my feet really, really soft. So, um, this is Leo season for y'all that don't know. I know Pizarro did a Cancer season party, but Leo season started July the 22nd, and it ends August the 22nd. So if y'all don't too much see me on here, that is the reason. Now, yesterday I went against my better judgment, and I hit Lady Nika's panel. See, I was already in the kitchen occupied, and I wasn't really going to hit her link. But when she started talking about her journey, and listen, I have been listening and following Lady Nika for quite some time. And so when I see somebody that's doing the same thing that I'm doing, I'm not going to say that I can help them. I'm not going to ever tell you that. I'm going to tell you that I can share some information. I ain't going to say I can help you. I ain't going to say that. I'm going to say I'm going to share some information with you. Because somebody, if I said that, they would be quick to say, you still overweight at 191. You're right, I am. But the guy's honest truth is, when I went to the doctor the other day and they did my charting, the other day I was 194 and the next day I was 191. It was like an overnight thing. It was overnight because as the fluid settles, as the swelling goes down, the weight will eventually. Because I'm not eating 3-4 plates of food. See, pay attention. I'm not. And if I got some seconds yesterday, I got some seconds on the squash. I did not get seconds on the chicken. So I am watching. And I heard Lady Nika talk about her journey. And one thing I can say about people can be so insensitive towards something that they don't know about. See, it's not as easy as take a GLP-1 shot and lose weight. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because I kept going up in the dose. When I stopped in December, I was at 12.5 on Zepbound. But the weight, the scale wasn't reflected on 12.5 for real. Now, I had been keeping progress of my own. I was going to the gym. And it seems like now, right now, it looks like now that I'm not working out and really now the weight is just dropping off. I mean, the cortisol level in your body, if it is extremely high, you might as well stop going to the gym. If you are stressed all the way out, you might as well not even walk through the gym doors. Don't do no hour on the treadmill. Don't do none of that. Don't spend 2 hours on the treadmill. See, I have done that. Don't do that. Because what'll happen is if you're all stressed out and you just going in the gym like a workhorse, going to the gym about 5-6 times a week, you are stressing your own self out. See, I can only speak to what I did to myself. 12.5, 5-6 days a week in the gym. I wasn't losing a whole lot of weight. I just was stressed out about losing weight. And when I was going to church, I really was stressed out. I'm talking about upper room right now. I even went over there and told my pastor. I sure did. I had told him, I said, you need to pray for me. He was like, well, why? I said, because I'm just not losing weight. So then when I went back and I had lost weight, they thought I was on. No, I'm not on drugs. What's wrong with y'all? Listen, I'm talking about this for a reason because it's not funny. It's not funny because the people that were right there with me every Sunday saw me struggling to lose weight. They saw me going to the gym 5-6 days a week on a GLP-1 and becoming so stressed out that the medication just wasn't reaching because I wasn't injecting myself. Of course I was. And changing sites. But you cannot be stressed out about something to the fact that it's not working. See, people don't understand about titrating those doses. Zepbound is not like Ozempic and Wegovy. It is a very strong medication, and it does work. Listen, people lose 40 pounds on 2.5. I just didn't. So, I just didn't. And I just didn't. I was on 2.5, I was on 5, I was on 7.5, I was on 10. And my last dose I was on was 12.5. My doctor offered me 15. I didn't want to go to 15. And I didn't have no real strange side effects that people get. Did not. I mean, like right now, before Zepbound, I always ate breakfast. I did. Now, even after being off Zepbound for so long, I still have to almost force myself to eat breakfast. Like in the hospital, they're bringing you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In the hospital, I ate it. I'm at home now, so at home, I've went back to my old ways, and I'm trying to snap out of it because when you don't eat breakfast and lunch, it makes your metabolism tank out, and your body won't burn fat the way that it used to. So to be honest, when I was taking Zepbound, the medication had me not hungry. Not hungry caused me to only want to eat one time a day. And then I would get on the scale and the scale wasn't moving. And I couldn't figure it out for a very long time. That scale was just not going nowhere, me eating one time a day. Not hungry, don't eat. Just drink water. Just drink a protein shake. Weight loss does not work like that. Because I did it for months. Months. So now that I've sort of, I can't work out right now because I had surgery in June. So the only thing I really can do successfully is walk. Hold on. No, Kareen, that's not what I mean when I say that the air is different. No, 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 no. No, Kareem, when you listen, I just looked down the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I just looked down the chat because I had the phone up and I wasn't listening. I'm sitting here. The reason why I'm up is because I'm taking one of these good old pneumatic compression treatments. And that's if you're if you're listening. What happened yesterday is when you sent me that you asked me to hit your link yesterday. I was on the phone with my son. And listen, that would not have worked out so well if I would have told my son that I had to end our conversation to hit a YouTube link, because he already said that he wished that I would not be on YouTube. So I said that during this Leo season that I would be on here less. So I might not come back later. I know I'm not gonna hit no links. I probably am not gonna be for the remainder of the Leo season. I'm going to say that. And actually, I'm gonna say I just don't know. After yesterday, I don't really know if I want to come back to the beef sector. The reason why is because when I really want to have intelligent conversations with y'all, some of y'all want to argue, and everything in life is not an argument. Seriously, I'm being really, really serious right now. I was really trying to have an intelligent conversation with somebody who I respect, and that's Lady Nika, because she has lupus. And what you all do not understand about autoimmune diseases is my weight loss journey is hard, but it's a lot that goes along with lupus. And I just, I don't, her and I are going to do a panel on Friday at 7 o'clock. And that's going to be the one time that I will, entertain And the reason why I'm stepping back from the B sector is because I like having intelligent conversations. I like Prayed Up Mommy, how she opens up and does her real life. She did almost 4 hours the other day with her kids, her husband. They're on her live. I like Auntie Mickey, Sal. I like Melanie who does Raising Canes, and I like the Henrys. So I like people that do real life content and they're not bantering. See, the people that I watch, even the people that I don't mod for, they're doing their real life on YouTube and they're not arguing with anybody. I assure you that Auntie Mickey is not arguing. Prayed Up Mommy, quite a few people. So that's one of the reasons why I'm stepping away from the beef sector is because when I come back in, like with yesterday with Diva coming up there, Diva really ruined it for me. She did. Because we were having an intelligent conversation. And she wants to get on the panel and talk about my former listen, first of all, I wasn't impressed, moved, or bothered. Diva, are you going to be up there today? You going to take a trip up there today? Like, you made me really mad yesterday. You really did. I didn't like that, Diva. Whenever I tell somebody that I'm going to do something, I am. I am. But you were going to get unblocked until you came up there and you started performing and ranting. And I don't really care if you drag me on your page, call me bald. I don't care. The store sell wigs for people like me. The store sell plenty of wigs for people that have bald spots, bald. They ain't got no hair. They got them. I can go in the store and I can pick out any wig I want because I got a bald spot. So I wasn't touched, moved, bothered. And baby, I assure you I ain't cried. And once I saw that lady at that bus stop yesterday and her hair was bald, not somewhat bald. It was all the way bald. I ain't get too touched, moved, bothered no more because she was sitting at the bus stop. She ain't had no hat on. She ain't had no wig on. Her bald head was shining and showing right there when I was waiting for the bus. And I'm only saying that because the first thing, Diva, that you always go to is somebody bald spot. But yet, see, we're not kids. Let me say that real quick. We're not kids because I could have said some mean stuff to you, Diva, but I chose not to. And that's, yeah. See, I chose not to. Choices. I chose to ignore what you said about my physical because, baby, I put some pictures up right now. I don't need makeup. I put makeup on. I'm a beautiful, thick, plus-size woman at size 14. Bald and all. When I walk outside, men ask me for my phone number. And one of them, they told me, he can I take you out? And I said, no, honey, I takes myself out. See, I didn't say that he couldn't take me out. I said I knows how to take myself out when I got a few dollars in my pocket. I didn't say he couldn't take me out. See, the thing about being independent is I like to have my own money. So when you act funny, I can still go where I want to go. See, my stepfather taught me that. He said, don't let nobody put you in no position that you need them, because then if you need them, that means when they act funny, you won't be able to do what you're supposed to do. That's what he said when I was a little girl. He always told me that. He said, I'm teaching a lifelong lesson, Kathy. I said, what's that? He said, always get your own money and don't ever depend on anybody. I was a little girl when he told me that. I couldn't have been no more than 7 or 8, and I'm 51 now. He didn't tell me nothing wrong. He's just saying, have a little bit of money in your pocket. Save for a rainy day. My son even said that yesterday when he talked to me. So if he told me, then he told my sons. I miss my pop, I do. I don't miss my pop because I could have asked him for something. That's not why I missed him. I missed him because he's not here for me anymore. When I say that, I mean, he was always, you could always call his phone. Not no cell phone either. My pop had a landline phone. He ain't never even want to learn how to use no cell phone. He ain't had no credit cards. He ain't never want no credit cards. He always told you he wanted to pay for stuff in cash. He would, He was one of them people that if he couldn't buy it, he ain't want it. He didn't believe in layaway. When I tell you that this man was OLD for real, listen, if we went in the store and I said, Pop, you want to put the, he said, lay what? He said, baby, he said, I don't believe in layaway. If I can't buy it, I don't want it. He said, I'll save my money until I get it, but I ain't going to do no comeback payments. He said, I don't do no comeback payments. He said, no, I'll save my money till I get it. That was one thing I could say. He said, listen, we don't do comeback payments. He said, I'm going to teach you something. Comeback payments means interest. He said, when you buy a car, if you can't buy it cash, don't buy it. If you buy a house, listen, that's what he said. Now, my papa served in the Korean War, he did. If he was still living, he'd have been in his 90s. He was born in 1932. He'd have been in his 90s if he was still here. I learned a lot from my pop, I did. My dad was not really around. So when he got sick and all that stuff, they was all calling me to come to the hospital, spend time with him, take my sons up there. Listen, respectfully, I took my sons to see my dad. Until my dad slapped the hell out my son. And then because I wanted to slap the hell out of him and I couldn't, I just left his hospital room. And when he was really about to check out, he's about to die, they called me and said, Catherine, your dad is getting hot and cold. I said, oh, he is? Why the hell y'all calling me? That's what I said. Why the hell is y'all calling me? Because didn't he slap the hell out my son the other day? Now so you want me to, I said, I'm not coming up there. And I think my dad died the next day. It was either a day or two later after they called me. And I said, and I had to go to his funeral. No, they was putting together the program first. And his wife, she didn't give me the benefit of the doubt of writing a poem, of anything. I ain't really care. I mean, whatever. Every now and then I go past my father's, where he's buried at. Every now and then. I'm gonna say it like that. Every now and then I go past there. He died right after Thanksgiving, and he was buried the next week because they wanted to give the people that were down south a chance. See, when he passed away, my grandmother's people, her sisters were still living. Aunt Adeline, Aunt Kathleen, Aunt Julia, they were still alive. They've all are deceased now, along with my grandmother. But at that time, they were still alive. So it's So I say very little about my father in my book and my autobiography. The person that I look like the most, I ain't say too much about, because I don't really have that much to say about my father, to be truthfully honest. I didn't hate my father. I just didn't spend a lot of time in my life with my father. It wasn't a choice. Let me be clear about this. Once I got grown, I didn't want to spend time with my father because my stepfather raised me. And I gave homage to the man that poured into me from the time I was a baby up until the time that he left this world. I owed my stepfather a lot. I didn't owe my father anything. Once I got grown, if he was at something where I spoke. If he would say, come over and give me a hug. Listen, if you got to ask somebody to give you a hug, they don't really want to hug you. I mean, I'm talking about me right now. If you have to ask me to give you a hug, evidently I don't want to give you one. When he got real down sick and I had to go in the hospital and take my sons up there, I would have been fine taking my sons up there until he started acting like he was gonna slap my son from the hospital bed. Sir, no, you slapped my son, and now I'm gonna put my son's jackets on, and we're going to get out of here before I slap you back, before I forget that you my dad and slap you back because you slapped my son. That's how that story went. So then, right, they were saying he's not gonna make it. Oh, well, I guess he ain't. Come say goodbye. No, 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 no. Nope. They were all crying at his funeral and stuff. Uh, I was there and I took my sons. My brother did not attend my father's funeral. I do, me and my brother, we look just like twins, we do. Same father, different mother. When I say that we look like twins, we look like twins. Like when we were younger than we are now, because I'll be 52, my brother he just turned 54, his birthday in February. When we were much younger, we really looked alike. As he began to get older, his looks began to change. People began to say that he looked like a younger version of my father. I ain't too sure about that. The reason why I'm not too sure is because I thought that I had the same complexion and looked just like him. Now, as he gets older, last time I saw him at my aunt's funeral. My aunt passed away. And I got up at her funeral. And my cousins, she's always been Big Catherine and I've been Little Catherine. So I got up and I was nice with what I said. Because there are some things that you don't say in front of people. It's not that your family don't know, but there are some things that you don't say in front of people. I'm going to say it in a way that if my family is listening, they will pick up what I'm putting down, they will pick up. My grandmother, Irma, had a restaurant down on Ridge Avenue. Just because I always say this about my grandmother, because I can say this because it's true. I can speak to my grandmother in this about my grandmother in this way because it is true. I'm talking about me and my grandmother right now. When my grandmother was alive and I was in the kitchen with her, she said, "Come in here. I want to teach you something." And I said, "Where is the measuring cup? How are you going to teach me without a measuring cup?" She said, "I don't need a measuring cup to teach you." And I said, "Well, I guess I ain't going to learn today." She's like, "What do you mean by that?" I said, "Because I'm not going to learn what you're trying to teach me without no measuring cup, Grandma." She said, "Well, that's not how I learned." I said, "I know. And that's why I said I'm not going to learn. Because somebody taught you something, I'm not going to learn like that, Grandma." My grandmother was trying to teach me how to cook rice without measuring the water. Now, my mother knows how to do it. She do. She almost 80 and she do. Now, I don't know how to do that. My grandmother, my great-grand, they all knew how to cook rice with water without a measuring cup. I ain't learned it yet, and I ain't ashamed to say that. I can cook rice when I measure water, but I can't look at it and tell you that's 2 cups of rice for 1 cup of rice. 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water. We're talking about the the regular rice. I'm not talking about jasmine or basmati because theirs require different measurements of water because the rice is different. Um, um, I have digestive problems, but I likes me some rice. My grandma used to make the best rice pudding from some rice. She would take some rice and stir it up in the pot with some milk and put her raisins to make. She make the best uh, rice pudding she did from scratch. I likes me some rice, white rice. I'm talking about right now, not no brown, not no black, not no other white rice. But I really can't eat white rice because of my digestive tract. So I had some last week. I ain't had no rice this week. I don't too, my limitations when I know them. I don't play around with them. I don't play around with rice. In me, for me, messes with my GERD. So I don't too much eat rice. I don't too much eat grits. Those things I got a list and I try to stick to my list to the best of my ability. Now I ain't saying I don't like no good corned beef sandwich with no coleslaw on it. I ain't saying that because I do, but I ain't gonna eat no corned beef with no coleslaw because I know I can't. Hold on, y'all. I'm taking out my machine. Wait a minute. So for the 27 people that's in the chat, I thank y'all that for coming over here. I don't do beef sector content, and although I would like to grow my audience, hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm taking off my machine. Hold on. It is a sacrifice to wake up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to do my treatments. However, the reward I get is when I try on my clothes and the swelling is going down enough that I can actually fit into a large or extra large. Because medium, here I come. Not medium, but medium, here I come. I'm working towards. I ain't gonna put, I don't know. Because right now I'm at a 12, 14, or 14, 16. I don't know, because I have some 18s over at my mom's house, some 1820s, and I know I can't fit them. I know I'm not gonna be able to fit them. But I don't know. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So yesterday before I went out, I really, I'm the type of person that I don't like leaving stuff unkept. Probably because the way that I was raised, not to leave the house in a type of condition where if somebody came in, they'd be like, "Who lives here?" So that's the way that I was raised. What people fail to realize is they have to look at my age, over 50, in the house with people who were, if my stepfather was still alive, he would be in his 90s, and my mom is almost 80. People have to look at that because when they look at how I live, they will oftentimes say she has OC. I don't have OC of anything. To be honest, I am just a reflection of being raised by two very strict people, and one of them were in the military. So and I raised a son that went to the military. So when you live in a house with somebody that's in the military, one of the things you learn from them, if you pay attention, is not to leave your home in a way that will make somebody say, Why does that person's house look like it's not in order? Whether it be their bed is not made or downstairs. So when I leave every day, what I do is I make sure that I don't sweep and mop every day. No, I don't. But I make sure that it looks in a way that you can tell that the people that live there are clean. The kitchen is spotless. The so I before I leave, I always make sure of that. Why? Because Pigpen, the guy from Charlie, Little Charlie, that was Charlie, right? Charlie Brown, with the little Pigpen always around him. He don't live here. So I make sure my environment. As I'm talking to y'all, I'm making up my bed right now. Hold on. Actually, probably gonna change the trajectory of what's on my bed because it's been a week. Hold on. I'm actually gonna change my sheets. Changing these joints. Listen. One thing I liked about being in the hospital was I ain't like the white sheets. Now I ain't gonna lie about that, but I like the fact that I could change my sheets every day. They, I would just tell the nurse to go right down to the closet and bring me some fresh sheets, and every day they did. Hold on, let me see. Let me do these. I could. Wait a minute, hold on. Is it? Do I have something to go with? Wait a minute, I'm looking at. Somebody gave me a sheet set, and I'm just trying to make sure I had something to go with the sheets. Okay. I don't think so. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on. You know, when you're at home, I like to change my sheets every week. And so when I came in last week, I put some sheets on here that I got from Walmart. Now, black is my color, but I didn't pick out black this time. I got blue, but now it's time to change because they've been only a week. And I'll take care of them later, but right now I gotta take these off of there. Hold on, I gotta put y'all on hold while I change my sheets. Hold on. Heck. Man, my bed be especially hot. I got this plastic already on the bed. I got a mattress cover, a mattress topper. Man, my bed feel like an inferno in this joint, but it's all good. I got one of these FIFA blankets. Would like to take this joint outside, but I'm afraid somebody gonna take the daggone FIFA blanket. I only seen that at Walmart. And yeah, I've not seen that everywhere. So I grabbed it real quick when I saw it. Afraid to take it outside, afraid somebody gonna walk off with it. It's in my room though, it's on my bed. Hold on. I mean, I have this red dress that I have, and it looks. I mean, I can't lie. That dress looks like the person that's wearing it is a minister. It's the way that it's a regular dress. I assure you that it is. But well, the lady that sold me the dress, she when I went back down there to her store, I didn't see anything in that store from a while ago. No hats, no nothing. And she has the most beautiful church hats, and whatever she does not have in her store, she will order it for you. Like, she deals with the companies that uh what is it, Ashro and all those companies that make those clothes, those church clothes. She deals with them, and whatever she doesn't have in her store, she'll order it for you and have it come to the store or whatever. But I usually like what's in her store, because she always has the whole outfit. She has gloves, she has the jewelry, she has everything right there in her store. Hold on, y'all. What size is this? Okay, wait a minute. What's um this do not. So I remember when I was a kid on Saturday, we either did two things. We went to grandma's house on Saturday, or we cleaned up. Sometimes we did both. Really, sometimes we did both. Sometimes we went to grandma's house and we cleaned up. Mm. Yeah. Saturday morning cartoons. We did. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to pull this down. Wait a minute. It's 4:23. Okay. I am a morning person. How that's gonna work? Wait a minute. Here we go. I have a mattress topper on my mattress, and it's making it really difficult for me to put this sheet on my bed at 4:24 in the morning. Hold on. I didn't even check the weather to see what the weather was going to be today. I did not. Hold on, y'all. That noise y'all hear is just me moving stuff around. Wait a minute. Now here in Philly, where I live at, they do this thing on is it Walnut Street? On Walnut Street, where like certain times of the year they'll block the street off and they do like this street festival type thing. Like on Saturdays they do like fruits and stuff. They have like a, what is it, they sell like fresh produce down there, and they have all sorts of types of stuff down there on Saturday. Like I don't know if I'm going to, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to try to run out, do what I have to do, and come back so I can finish those chapters, because today is July the 25th. Cord back here. I ain't even know my day gonna cord. Alright, wait a minute. Alright, wait a minute, hold on. I'm trying to put this over this. I got a sheet that comes with straps. So it's kind of hard to get it on the bed because of the mattress topper. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got to move the bed all the way out. So, I don't know who's going to go, you know, live. I know the Lemon said that he was taking a break, but I haven't really been back over there. Yeah, like to the people who are mine for in the beef sector. If I'm mine for you and you're in the beef sector, 9 times out of 10 I will be in your clouds, and I'll still mind for you. I just probably won't drop down, but yeah, I'll mind for you. I'll be able to see me if somebody says something that they shouldn't. I'll block them from their comment from the clouds. Just because I don't want to be like what happened yesterday with over there in that situation. Yeah, I didn't like that. Somebody virtual who I don't know, never met, never seen, inserting yourself into my real life. I do not know Diva in my real life. Never, ever met this lady. I swear that sometimes people cannot differentiate between real life and virtual. They can't, because I don't know Diva in my real life. For her to be on a panel yesterday acting like she was calling my phone. I don't know Diva at all. Never seen her. Facts, like, yeah. Hold on. I wish I had a pillowcase to this. I mean, that matches, but I don't have a pillowcase. All I have to do is fit a sheet in the sheet. That's good enough for right now. Hold on. Yesterday I just thought about something. Yesterday I took pictures of how I left the house before I left yesterday. When I came back, it was water poured all on the floor. Like, I think that sometimes people purposely do things to make you upset and then stand back and wait to see what your reaction is going to be. My reaction is always going to be that I think anybody that would mess up with the work that somebody else do, they're ignorant. You have to be. Because somebody wakes up that early in the morning to make sure where they live at is cleaned up and you pour water. I don't care who did that yesterday. Whoever did that yesterday. You're ignorant and you're evil. That's it right there. You're evil. Not necessarily ignorant. You're evil. If you came into a house and it was spotless and you poured water there, you're evil. I don't gotta ask nobody that. You're evil. If the floor was perfectly, I had pictures of it, and then I came back and it's puddles of water, you're evil. Who does that? Like, you can't mess up what I did. Like, I woke up really early yesterday to make sure the house was in order. Came back and it was puddles of water on the floor. And why would there be puddles of water on the floor when nothing's leaking? Right. It doesn't matter who did it. See, your mind would have to be warped. I am going to say that. Your mind would have to be warped to want to do something like that. Because otherwise, if you come into somebody's home and everything looks good the way it does, there is no reason to pour a puddle of water on the floor to try to make it look like somebody else. It doesn't matter. you know. I swear that sometimes people, they just they can't be peaceable. They can't allow you to be peaceable. They can't allow you to live in situations that are peaceful. Okay, I like to clean up where I live. Right. So that doesn't mean I could actually accuse anybody of doing that. I don't know who did it, because who I think did it probably didn't even do it. It could have been somebody else that did that. But then they think, oh, we'll cause chaos over here. No, you won't. No, you won't. I guarantee you that you won't, because that's not how this works. I live in an environment with other people. There's no telling who came in here and did that yesterday. I'm only speaking about it for a reason, because sometimes people think that they do things and God don't see them. I don't see you because I'm not here, but God does, because he's omnipresent, which means that when I'm not here, he's always here, because he's everywhere present at the same time. So when you come into my house and you do nefarious things like that yesterday, pour a puddle of water on the floor that I just mopped, you don't think that God didn't see you do that? Of course he did. That's evil. Because I woke up really early yesterday to clean the house before I left. So it's evil for anybody to destroy the works of my hands. That's evil. It is. Hold on. It is. That's not and I took pictures of it. Why would you, if I left the house spotless and then when I came back and it's not? Come on now, that's, some people do too much. And see, let me say this real quick. When you have to tear down somebody else's reputation with a lie, not the truth, with a lie, you're doing too much. See, it's different when you tear their reputation down with their own truth, because your reputation is being torn down because you lied about something. But when you tear their reputation down with the truth, that's different. But with a lie, no. The camera didn't lie, and that wasn't no AI. When I left yesterday, my bedroom the whole house was spotless, except for the 2 rooms I don't sleep in because I don't go in those rooms. But every other room was spotless. So yeah, I don't play those type games. And I don't like people that do either. Like let me say this real quick. We can always lie to people. We can tell people the most nefarious lies, but we can never lie to God. We can tell the nefarious lies on people. We can make them look any sort of type of way that you would like them to look. But you can't never lie to God. Because you got to remember, he sits high and looks low. What I don't see, he sees. He sees all the way around the corner, up the street, and all of that. Diva, while you was up on the panel yesterday talking about Jesus. See, you fooled them folks over there. You ain't fooled me. I didn't say that I had the gift of prophecy. I do have the gift of prophecy. See, I don't, long way, short way, I ain't say none of that. I said I had the gift of prophecy. You fooled those folks over there. You ain't fooled me. And if you're going to walk up there today, be my guest. I see it so. If you're going to walk up there today, be my guest. See, I don't got to go nowhere to prove who I am, Diva. That's what you do. See, and you've done some nefarious stuff, and that's why I'm over here addressing it. And I tried to over there while they were trying to downplay it. Because you have called people jobs and had them fired. You have done nefarious stuff. I don't put anything past you. And while they were downplaying it yesterday, because I didn't find any of that funny. Lady Nika, it's no disrespect to you at all. Let me say that because I couldn't say it yesterday because I kept being interrupted. There's no disrespect to you, Lady Nika, because you already know that I love you. I tell you that all the time. I don't care who know about it. You're the lady of ladies. You're a lady. You're a lady's lady. You're a lady for real. Without you even saying that word. You're a lady for real. But sometimes the people who you are associated with, they're not only nefarious, they're vultures, monsters, and whatever other kind of word that you could think and that does come to your mind. It's like you being a fish, a very good fish, among sharks. Because you know when you go in the water, sharks hang under boats because what? There's blood. Now, you're from Louisiana, and so you know what I'm saying is true. You know about them swamps. I know about them swamps. They call it quicksand, Lady Nika. I said it should have been called quick moving sand, and that's what I said. I stand by that. Quicksand should have been quick moving sand. I'm not gonna say what I would like to say next about that, cause somebody would say, "Oh, Catherine said that." Catherine did say that, cause some of y'all make me really sick sometimes with some of the sick stuff that y'all do and say. And Diva, I'm talking about you right now. Yes, you're blocked for a reason. I don't care if you go on your page and talk about me. You're blocked for a reason. I blocked you last year and was going to unblock you until you acted like that yesterday. See, you're talking about me in my real life, but Diva, in my real life, I know the people that I'm arguing with. I don't know none of these people on this app, and I don't know you. See, it's real easy for me, like my son said, not to come on YouTube and not have anything else to do with YouTube, except for the fact that I got a channel that I'm trying to get monetized. But it's real easy for me not to click a link. Like, that's easy. That's not a hard task. But you came with there yesterday talking about you was calling Pastor Wilder and his wife. Who cares? They don't care. I mean, for real, they don't care. They're not touched, moved, or bothered. For real. They're not. Because Ellen already knows if she says too much of the wrong thing, I'll go right on my page and talk about Rondea and Stephanie. So I know she ain't touched, moved, or bothered. But then again, if she touched, moved, and bothered, she'll really be touched, moved, and bothered if you go up there today. Right. So see, me and you are not one and the same. I don't have to go nowhere to prove who Catherine is. Diva, that's what you have to do. And see, they don't really know you like that. And so if they're playing with you like that, I would suggest that they stop. Because Diva is not the person to play with. And Pastor Wall, if you listening, ask Ghetto Intellect. He could tell you better than I could. I don't call people jobs and have them fired. Or any other agencies at all. I don't. If you've done something to me, you come into my real life, then I come into your real life. But just to outright do it, no, you must have done something to me in order for me to do that to you. I don't operate like that. That's why when she was up there talking about what she would do, call the gas company, electric company. They didn't understand the game and they didn't understand how the game works here in Philly. People do that all the time. Yes, they do. Get your phone off this week in your name, get it on next week in somebody else's name. See, they didn't pick up what she was putting down. But I'm from Philly, and I picked it up when she said it. They didn't pick it up. And that's why when OG hit the panel when she was talking, it didn't mean anything to me. I'm in Philly. People get their phone off this week in their name. They get it on next week in somebody else's name. And that's why it's real easy to get cut off. See, they didn't pick up what was being said. Mm-mm. And when I say get their phone off, I am not talking about their cell phone. I am talking about a landline phone where the company has to come out and put lines in your house. I'm not talking about no cell phone. A cell phone, they give out cell phones here in Philly free all day long. They're outside all day giving out phones. Mine's is not a free phone, and I'm not knocking them that do because the free phone I had stopped working. So I ain't talking about a free phone. I'm talking about the landline phones like AT&T, Verizon, Comcast, cable companies. They provide service, not give out phones, but provide service for you to have. So yeah, that's when I was saying that yesterday. People were really acting like they didn't understand. See, and that be the thing that be making me mad is that when I be telling y'all the truth, y'all actually act like I talk in circles. No, I don't. I just told you it's real easy to get people's stuff cut off. Why? How would it be easy? Because it's in somebody else's name. Y'all couldn't read between those lines. Like I basically told y'all, and y'all didn't even pick up what I was saying. It's real easy to get somebody's stuff cut off. Of course it is. If it's not your name and it's in somebody's, it don't have nothing to do with whether they paid the bill or not. That's an irrelevant factor. That's in every city, every town, every state. If it's in somebody else's name and they get mad at you, they can real easy have that cut off. I don't know why y'all ain't picked that up. If it's not in your name, the only time you have control is when it's in your name. When it's in somebody else's name, they can real easy have it cut off. All they had to do is call the company and tell them to cut it off because it's in their name. It's not in yours. Like that was common sense yesterday. Come on, y'all. That was common sense. When the bill is not in your name, you can call the company and say, cut that gas bill off, cut that electric bill off, cut that phone bill off. Why? Because it's in my name, it's not in your name. Because was that, I know that I felt French and Spanish, and I'm not gloating about that. But the thing that makes me angry the most is when I say stuff with common sense and y'all don't pick it up. Why do I have to actually tell y'all how it's done? I actually said it's easy to cut stuff off. That should have been a context clue right there. That it's in somebody else's name, whether dead or living. That don't really. But that's why I be not wanting to talk to some of y'all sometimes because I just have to go too deep into the information. With that, that's why I don't. Listen. I ain't on no higher level of learning just because I'm studying my bachelor's of business. They don't teach you that in business. They don't teach you how to be fraudulent in business. I can assure you that they don't. But when I have to come back to y'all and talk to y'all about everyday things, y'all don't be picking up what I be putting down. That's why I don't be wanting to. Seriously, like yesterday, that's why I ain't want to. That's why I said it was over. Because I ain't want to get into. It was like, what, 400 people in the chat. I would have never said that over there yesterday. Because y'all had made me all the way angry because y'all wasn't using y'all common sense. Her hitting the panel talking about, well, if you paid the bill. Girl, is you okay? I just told you that it's easy to cut people's stuff off. It is if it's not in your name. Like you ain't contact clues. You're not picking it up. I swear people be wondering, why you hot tempered cat? Because y'all don't use common sense, that's why. And you trying to talk to me at the same time. I didn't say I was the sharpest crayon in the box, but I'm a little sharp. I got a little bit of sense. I ain't say I was the sharpest. You trying to stay away from y'all sometimes. Y'all make my fuse box, be angry. Make me angry. Hold on. All right, so while I'm sitting here talking to y'all, I'm putting my bag together of what I'm going to take out the house today. I didn't look at the weather, so I don't know what the weather is going to be. Hold on. I have to look to see what the weather is going to be. all that rumbling you hear is just me with my hands in my bag or taking my hands out of my bag so that I can, I want to make my bag a little bit lighter today. It had a lot of stuff in it yesterday, and the other day when I went somewhere, I ain't gonna tell y'all no lies. The man told me I had glass in my bag. I wanted to cuss that man all the way out. I ain't even, because he told me I had glass in my bag. I didn't have to know. And then when I pulled it out and he still was talking, it actually took his supervisor to tell, or whoever that was, to tell him she ain't got no glass in her bag. Like, you a dingleberry. You can actually see through just not using common sense. I swear that gets on my last nerves. I done switched bags and people are still bothering me. So I'm trying to take as much of stuff out of here as I can. Okay, let's start over. I don't know whether the weather is going to be nice today or not. I will go look at Philadelphia weather before I yes, after 5. Hold on, y'all. Listen, I'm grading this because it's 10 of 5, and I have to finish straightening up my room, take a shower, and get dressed. So if I don't talk to y'all later, I'll try to come back tomorrow. I might not. If you would like to tip the host, my cash app is $ Catherine, and that's CATHERINE. I can't type it in the chat. I'm over here. It's $CATHERINE. Powell, POWELL 6803, and that's on my cash app. But even if you don't tip the host, thank you all for coming anyway, and may God bless each and every one of you. And I pray that you have a blessed Saturday.